In this question, we solve this quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 45 equals 0 by factoring. Now let's remind ourselves of the different factoring methods. There is greatest common factor. There is the AC method. There is also the AC method that is combined with grouping. There's perfect square. Sum and difference of squares. And sum and difference of cubes. And sometimes the trick is trying to determine which method of factoring is most appropriate for a question like this. So let's look at them. For greatest common factor, we look at each of the terms and see if there is a common factor. Well, the first two terms have an x, and the last term doesn't have an x. As far as the coefficients, none of them have a common factor. Clearly 4 and 45 don't have a common factor. So GCF is not the method that we want to use. Let's consider the AC method. In the AC method, first there needs to be a trinomial, 3 terms, which there is, the x squared, the 4x, and the negative 45. So that seems like a good candidate that we could use here. Now, in order to use the AC method, we want to multiply the coefficients a and c. So let's rewrite our quadratic. X squared plus 4x minus 45 equals 0. Now here, a, the coefficient for the x squared, is 1. So that's our a. And c is right here, the negative 45. So a times c is going to give us 45. We need factors of AC, which in this case is negative 45. And those factors have to add to the middle term, which is b, positive 4. All right, let's consider the pairs of factors that multiply to give us 45. We have 1 times 45, and we have 5 times 9. And of course, since AC is negative, but B is positive, we want our larger factor to be positive. So it's a positive 45 and a negative 1. It's a positive 9 and a negative 5. Well, let's check the sum. Negative 1 plus 45 clearly gives us 44. So that doesn't work. But negative 5 plus 9 gives us a positive 4, and that works. So the negative 5 and the 9 are the factor pair that we're going to use. So our x squared plus 4x minus 45 will simplify to the following binomials. It'll be x minus 5 and x plus 9. Now, since we have a product of factors, x minus 5 and x plus 9, that equals 0, the zero product property allows us to split these factors and make them both equal to 0. So that's x minus 5 equals 0 and x plus 9 equals 0. We add 5 to both sides, we get x equals 5. We subtract 9 from both sides, we get x equals negative 9. So here are the solutions of the original question, x squared plus 4x minus 45 equals 0. Our answers are x equals 5 and x equals -9.